Irashaimase, and welcome back. My name is Mizuchi Yoruka, Blue Dragon Vtuber, and we are I was gonna say we're back in a certain VN, but guess what? We are starting a new one. I realized that I barely touched the surface of Endless Mondays, Dreams, and Deadlines, which I apologize for. But if you do want to see the other endings, just play it yourself. I will try to play it myself by myself. But that was just an in-between. We are starting a new visual novel called Kindred Spirits on the Roof, which is another Shoujo genre of visual novel. I don't really know what this is about. The most I know is that it's literally there are kindred spirits on the roof. The girl in the black and white, and then the girl in the white and black, they're the spirits, and I think they just watch over the students as they fall in love or something. But that's about all I know, so you know. Good synopsis, which I realize I need to write before I put these up. But alright, let's just jump on in. We'll keep these episodes to around 25 to 30 minutes like before, and kiss for the petals. So yes, Queen Slay. Okay. Or two. Can I just click? Return, rewind, progress, skip, regress, replay, hide text box, skip text box. Okay. Is it just usual RPenny stuff? Controls, I guess, is what I should be asking. I'm gonna lower my chair so it stops hitting my table. Let's see. Another beautiful day. Yes, it does. Okay, what does right button do? That brings up options. Okay. So I have to literally click this button in order to hide this text. Okay. Alright. After the end of the holidays, the air up on the roof had really started to feel like summer. Bruh. It's summer right now, and it sucks. It just sucks. So, I understand the feeling of it being summer. The sun was high in the sky, almost annoying. Whew, we are starting off strong today, huh? The sun was high in the sky, almost annoying in how vigorously it shined. I was already finding my vest stuffy, even though we'd only just changed into our spring uniforms. But we were above the town and I was on the roof. Up here, the breeze was cool and comfortable. I finished off the soup in my little thermos inside, relieved that I'd been correct to pack a warm meal for lunch. Is there voice acting in this? Not yet. My hands habitually moved to clean up the rest of my food. I closed the lid of my small two-tiered lunchbox and wrapped it up in the scarf on my lap. Gathering the bundle, I set my items down on the bench next to me. Then I stood. We're really learning how to do things here, huh? I, Toomi Yuna, propped my elbows against the roof fence and sighed as I always did. Sighed as if my lunch had perfectly filled my stomach and pushed out my breath. I was careful not to lean too far. The students who came up to the roof are asked not to rest against the fence, but the barrier, only a meter high, tempts you to relax on it and looks out over the scenery. The bottom half of my view was a townscape, the top half a shining blue sky, and my eye level were the mountains surrounding the area, silhouettes on the horizon. I could clearly see the summits of the mountains, their peaks sharp against the cloudless sky. The weather was really nice. I could hear the voices of the other students on the roof from behind me, though their words were lost amid the sounds of lunch. If they were speaking, it meant they must have come up here with someone. The roof seemed more popular than usual today. Usually I can get up here and, rub one out, but today it's too busy. The first years who had started school a month ago were probably getting used to things by now. They probably noticed the roof is the perfect place to eat on days with nice weather like today. I had thought the population up here would rise quickly, but that hadn't proved true. Maybe because we'd been on break. They were probably in their classrooms with friends, discussing all they'd done over the holidays. Friends. I wish I had friends. Strangely, it seemed to me the mostly single people, or groups of two who came to the roof. There aren't many groups with 2, 3 or more. Maybe with larger groups it would be more likely that one person won't want to eat up here. Maybe it's too much trouble to climb all the way up here when you have too many with you. As for the group of 2, well, I get that. It sort of feels like a picnic when you eat up here on the roof. I imagine it starts when one of them asks, and the other thinks it sounds fun and goes along. The people who came up on the roof alone may have friends just happen to be absent today, or they're losers like me. Either that, or they don't like eating alone in their classroom, like me. Oh, well, oops. Like me, anxious in the classroom, too many people there. Friends, classmates, people who talk to you, and all the prying eyes. There's just too much going on there. That's why I came to the roof during lunch. I came to a place with as few people as possible, and after eating, I look out at the scenery. I wonder if the burdock root was a little too salty. Weird that we'd have inner dialogue. I muttered quietly to myself. I thought Hina would enjoy it after her morning practice at least. She'll probably work up a sweat again today. Oh, I love when they glisten. I didn't put that much burdock in it, so I doubt she minded. Well, it's not like she usually leaves much anyway. The weather really is nice today. The sunlight's really pouring down. It was a good idea to wear sunscreen today. I should make sure Hina protects her skin too. She never gives that sort of thing any thought. Oh, maybe that's why there aren't too many people up here today. Whatever trifling thoughts pass through my mind, huh? I thought about all sorts of things as I stared out absent-mindedly at the view, though. Thought? Thought? No. Things are just coming to mind, really. It always ends with a line from an old classic. Phrase always pops in my head, and as a habit, I always bring my attention back from the scenery when it does. I feel like an old lady, though. Sono-sensei, the literature teacher, would probably object to that idea. I don't know how I feel about this music. This time, I leaned with my back against the fence. Where's all the students that you said existed? This was also forbidden by the teachers, but no one paid that rule any mind. If they were really afraid of accidents, they should build a taller fence. But their warnings probably weren't without reason, and I didn't need to deliberately ignore them. I picked myself up off the fence and sat down on the bench I'd been using earlier. My hands found their way to my pockets. One of my fingertips ran across a small package, reminding me to take it out. It was something Ano gave me as I'd left the classroom. She'd laughed, calling it a highly recommended new product. It's a vibrator. It's okay to use this at school, right? I looked it over and found on the packaging, brown sugar lotus root lozenge. Well, she did say it was tasty. Brown sugar lotus root? Interesting. The fact that there's more to it than taste is just like Ano, I suppose. I would understand if it was supposed to be flavored with the fragrance of lotus, but why put lotus root in it? And a lozenge? I haven't heard anything about lotus root being good for the throat. Well, it's probably sweet. At least. I took it out of the wrapping to find that it was inky black. Rolling around in my hand for a moment, I tossed it into my mouth. I don't wash my hands, so who knows what germs are in my mouth now. You fool! What drives you to such lengths? It just got really loud all of a sudden. Is this the volume? Oh, no. Oh, this is the transparency? Alright, let's turn the volume down a little bit. We're gonna turn it down to like here. I almost swallowed the thing. I was so surprised by the voices suddenly in my ear. What do you think you're taking poison on such a nice sunny day? You mustn't hurry to your death. Surely you have many things to look forward to. What? Nani? I heard voices from behind me. Who were they? I could hear two of them. When did they get back there? Something awful must have happened to you. But you can't just toss aside your life like that. Dameo! What sort of awful things happened to you, I wonder, to make you swallow such a dark, black poison? No, seriously, what? Poison? What I just swallowed? No, wait a second. Poison? It must have been a terrible way to go, feeling sick but unable to cough up the toxin. If you have any troubles, I'm glad I listened to them. If that eases your burden at all, please, rethink this. Isn't it too late? I already took it. Then your body starts to go numb. You fall to the floor and everything goes dark before your eyes. What are you worried about? Is it love? It must be. You've fallen in love with some girl, haven't you? It must be so painful, not knowing what to do. No, this is just... I said, turning around. I lost my words. Oh, so just right off the bat? Because there were two girls standing behind me when I turned around. It's just a candy, not poison. We know, silly. We're sorry. It looks like you were just surprised more than we expected. Two girls wearing uniforms I didn't recognize? No one looked more like a woman than a girl. Oh, no, one looked more like a woman than a girl. Oh, we were just teasing you. I mean, that black candy looked just like poison, don't you think? It really was pitch black. Is that sort of thing popular lately? I seem to have seen a lot of it nowadays. What flavor is it? Evil flavor? Huh? It's sweet, but it's got brown sugar in it, so it's sort of a light flavor. The lotus root isn't very bitter. What exactly am I answering for? Brown sugar comes from sugarcane, right? Ah, it must taste like kuromitsu. There's lotus root in it. How peculiar. One was a bit of an uncouth girl in a white sailor uniform who looked about my age. Her hair was light brown, though it didn't look dyed. Get it, because she died. There are a lot of strange combinations like these. It's what makes new flavors stand out, I guess. The other wore a typical sailor uniform, with long hair, and as black as her clothes. She looked more grown up than a third-year upperclassman. Would you mind sharing one? Just kidding, it's not like we could. Taste it. What is it, Sachi-san? What's going on? There's something gone quiet. There's only one piece, so I could have split it anyways. No, that's not it. Why are they suddenly staring at me? They were just laughing a second ago. Are they gonna rip out my soul or something? They were laughing before my eyes. Before my eyes. Right before my eyes? You. Huh? Yes? Before my eyes was... Can... see us? Yes? I had the bench to my back, so when I turned around, I should have seen nothing but the fence at the edge of the roof. Our voices. You can... hear our voices? Yeah? The two of them were standing there. Sachi-san! We found ourselves a loser! Just like us! Hey, Megumi! someone who can hear our voices. There's someone who can see us. Is it because she's a loner and she has no friends, so she has to talk to ghosts? Poor girl. Poor Toomi. All she wants is friends. I feel you. In the tiny space between the bench and the fence. No, the space wasn't wide enough for anyone to stand there. I'm so confused. Between the bench and the fence, so like literally in like the probably like 6-inch gap between the fence and the bench they're standing. But in this angle, it seems like they're just standing on the roof. What's really going on here? Hey, hey, could it be? Yes, it is. We've finally done it. Wow, yay! I don't know why, but I feel like I can somehow see the fence right through the happy pair. Oh, now they're transparent all of a sudden? Hey, you? You hear our voices, don't you? Then... The roof of the 3-story Hoshikan building. 3 stories? Hoshikan building. They're on the edge of the roof, 10 meters from the ground, without fear, not even touching the fence. We have... Standing there, almost as if they're floating in the air. They're... A favor? Faintly transparent. I can see the mountains through them. I can see them! I'd like to ask. Okay. Everyone's freaking out right now. I desperately held down the scream that threatened to escape my lips, grabbed my lunch bag, and took off running towards the door to the stairs. Oh, you, wait! Where are you going? We can't leave the roof! Where? I'm running away from here, of course. They seem so nice, too. Oh, we're just ditching them. We're just ditching them. Oh, Yuna, welcome back. Yo, this music's kind of intense. Ano Fuji called out to me as I entered the classroom and headed back to my seat. She's a friend I made starting school here, and not counting Hina, one of the few I can be myself with. Anna always greeted me when I returned to class. She's friendly, but not so friendly that she pesters me about eating alone. That would make her friendly. She has some bad habits, but I find them a little endearing, actually. You took your time today, huh? Were you napping? Yeah, I might have. Yeah, that's right. I must have dozed off and had a weird dream. Whoa, Yuna, you're like sweating buckets. Were you rushing to get back? There's still a bit of time, you know. Wait, what's wrong? You're white as a sheet, Yuna. Huh? White as a sheet? Am I noticeably? Did something happen up on the roof? Did you go a little too hard? No. What should I do? What should I tell her? I had a weird dream? I dozed off and dreamed that I met some ghosts, but she might be creeped out if I said that. I might prefer it if both of us could be creeped out together, though. No, Ano might just laugh it off. She's carefree like that. I just had a bit of a weird... Before I could say dream, the bell signaled the beginning of afternoon classes rang. The bell? Already? When did that happen? No, it's nothing. Hurry back to your seat, Ano. Okay, Yuna, go to the nurse's office if you start feeling bad, okay? I'm fine. And then a convincing chuckle, I waved Ano off and she sat back in her seat. I'm struggling this morning. Our afternoon classes began. Somehow I composed myself, possibly thanks to Ano's encouragement, and I was able to focus on class a little. The teacher's words weren't quite getting through to me, but I was at least able to copy down the words on the blackboard. My mind wandered as my hand took notes. Yo, this music is like really good, but it's very, very distracting. Like, it doesn't really help the cause. Okay, That should be good. Alright, now it's not blasting in my ear. It doesn't really set the mood, but right, I guess. Okay. The only conclusion is that it was a dream. It's not as if I can say with absolute certainty that ghosts don't exist, but I couldn't possibly have seen one myself. That is why it must have been a dream. I must have dozed off. I was just confused when I woke up and took off running. I'm glad I didn't tell Ano. If I'd gone on like that, I probably would have been able to pretend like it was just a dream. No, it was just a dream. So I wouldn't have to pretend anything. Oh, whatever. I should concentrate on class. I looked back at the blackboard, and at that moment I heard, "Found you!" Bullet goes through her head. No! A faint voice next to my ear. Is she gonna kill me? Red letters had appeared on the blackboard. The teacher hadn't written them. I mean, they weren't her neat handwriting. They were round, girlish letters, and not in chalk white, but a vibrant red, dripping from the edges like wet paint. I heard a clattering sound in my head. Oh, that's my teeth, and while the noise shook me. So, you're in this class, huh? The words were rewritten. With no eraser in sight, they faded gradually and new words arose and taken their place. I finally screamed and jolted hard enough for my seat to make noise. Who is that? Toomi-san, what is it? The teacher who had been writing on the blackboard turned around and stared at me. I was already halfway out of my seat. Did I get something wrong? Sensei, that. Huh? What is it? The teacher turned back to the blackboard. She tilted her head as she looked at the area I was pointing at. She was looking, wasn't she? Couldn't she? Hadn't anyone else noticed? Nothing's wrong, is it? The teacher, everyone around me, no one had noticed, even though the words loomed on the blackboard, bright red words, as if they'd been written in blood. That was when I realized I was the only one who could see them. Do you have a question about something? Yeah, I'm in this class. Are you in this class? I'm in it. I desperately turned the cogs in my head. I had no idea what to do anymore. On the other hand, the fact that only I could see the words was just a tiny bit comforting. It meant that I was the only one who was crazy here. I'm sorry. A bug or something flew by in front of my face. It just scared me. Eh? Oh, is that what happened? I understand that you were surprised, but please try to keep your voice down, alright? Hi. I'm sorry. I sunk back into my chair as the room filled with quiet giggles. Normally my face would be turning crimson with embarrassment, but I was too preoccupied to care. Hey, Yuna, you okay? Ano turned around from her seat diagonally in front of me. She hadn't laughed at my sudden outburst. Instead, her face and voice continued genuine concern. Yeah. What a stupid thing to do. I tried feebly to laugh it off again, insisting there were words on the blackboard that only I could see would only make people laugh at me or think I was crazy. Are you feeling okay? Want to go to the nurse's office? I'll come with, because I don't want to fucking be here. I'm bored. I'm fine. I was just a little surprised. If you say so. Really, I'm fine. Thank you. I was a little relieved when Ano turned back around. I looked back to the blackboard as well, hoping that what I had seen had just been a hallucination. But it wasn't. Come to the roof after school, Kay. Bum bum bum. wasn't, and now new words had appeared on the blackboard. I wasn't as alarmed as I had seen the first time, and though it was still creepy, the letters were still a bit too cute to be really scary. Do they have to drip like that, though? If you don't, I'll curse you. She started to write with a K. What exactly are you planning to do? I wonder what hiragana they messed up on. Because obviously, in the non-English version, it would have been spelling error in Japanese, question mark. Alright, I'm gonna end it here. I know the first episode was a little short, but we got a little bit of a gist of what's going on. Yuna is being haunted by two really cute ghosts up on the roof? What? But thank you for watching. Hopefully we enjoy this visual novel. I will play through it no matter how my views go. But don't worry about that. I'll play it. But comment down below if there's anything that you believe I can work on. And if not, please like and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.